right on time. Wow, you are fast tonight. How are you this evening? So I get my old body up and around here. Wow, you're really early tonight. How are you doing? Can you hear me okay? Mental Raccoon Glass, can you hear me okay? Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around. We are working on the fairy mushroom house tonight, folks. Do get ready, though, for anyone and everyone. And I'll be announcing this throughout the live. I am going to try to do a collaboration with Mental Raccoon Glass, and we're going to be working on some of his beads and wrapping them in silver and copper and seeing how they fancy up between a bracelet and necklaces and possibly even rings. He has some really beautiful work, folks. All right, let me flip the camera around so you can see that it's not silly putty, folks. It really is polymer clay. Let me see what I can do about this lighting. If I can make it any better. Yep, that's much better. Much, much, much better. All right. Welcome in, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Look, everybody, we are still working on this. It's going to be like a 4-part thing. I wanted to get more done than I did, but then again, I got sick again and not feeling good. So we're still cutting stones. I'm going to cut quite a few of these as fast as I can to try to get down this jar that we're doing and manipulating, which on the top, believe it or not, is going to be turned into a huge mushroom. And then we're going to have mushrooms on the ground and all that too, which are going to be really cool. All right, so I hope everybody can hear me. Mental Raccoon, if you're still here, please type in there that you can hear me and give me a thumbs up would be great. All right, so let's go from here. Welcome in, everyone. So happy to have you here. Can everybody hear me okay? All right. Thank you for all the thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Look, I'm going to try to do a collaboration this coming up Monday with Mental Raccoon Glass, provided I don't get sick and nothing happens, so that we can do some wire wrapping on some beautiful glass stones that he's designed. He's an amazing artist. You people need to go to his channel and support him. And for God's sakes, donate to him. Help him out because it's expensive what he does. His hobby is more expensive than mine right now because I'm not doing any serious metal work. So go help him out. Make sure you subscribe and like his channel and make sure you support him. He is a fantastic glass person and he is totally amazing. I promise you, you will be impressed. And especially after Monday when you see some of his beads here. Okay, so we're going to try and cut us some squares out here. I brought out some different paints. I'll try and bring it back so you guys can see, and some wire, because we're going to be working on the ground too, as I call it, the ground under this. And it will be with 4 of these, which are actually, they're not cheap. They're balsa wood. I use them for my wood burning, but it's all I have to make a sturdy ground out for under here. So it's going to be a full build. This fairy Fae house, a lot of fun, and we're going to go from here and see what all we can create. Yes. All right, so as I drop my green clay for the ground. And I even, believe it or not, folks, for this fairy house, we're going to have trees in it. So I brought in some a huge twig and broke it, and then I'm going to carve it and do some things with it, and it's going to be on the ground with the fairy house. It should look really good. All right, thank you so much for all your support, folks. Don't forget to thumb up the live. I really do appreciate it. Welcome in, Jackson Todd. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, everybody, remember to let me know that you can hear me. And please don't forget to thumb up the live. It really does help. It doesn't help afterwards because it takes several hours for the lives to upload. So if you please thumb up my live, I really appreciate it while you're in here. All right, now I'm going to move my arm back so that I have room to work here and get to working on this Faux Fairy Fae house. And as I said, it's going to be in 4 parts. And Minnow Raccoon Glass is also an awesome person. Don't forget to follow him. He's a great bead and glass creator, and he does many things, not just beads. All right, so I hope everybody can see this all right. If you can't, please let me know by putting that in the chat. I'm cutting this rough edge off on the top. These are sea foam. I call them living rock sea foam. So we're making them blue because it is a fantasy thing, folks. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the thumbs up. Please don't forget to thumb up the live. It really does help. And it makes the algorithm go out so more people come in to watch what I do. I don't just do this. I am a mixed media artist. I work with everything from metal to glass to different styles of painting, from doing, I'm trying to cut these and talk. That's really serious, you know. So I actually do metal work and torch work too. But I am doing this as a fun project. I thought a lot of people would get into it and actually really like it. We're just cutting the lines here. And I'm going to cut off here. I'm not sure if I'll be able to use this piece or not. So we'll see. How's everybody doing tonight? Where's everybody from? I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you so much for all the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. All right. So now I am looking for my ice pick, folks. It's what I use in my design. Oh, and let me tell you something. I bought some new Let's resin, really top-notch mold for making dice. I wanted to pour these tonight, folks, but it's really cold out here where I live. And even at 70 degrees, my studio is still cold, almost too cold for the resin. Or I'd be pouring these tonight, but I'll pop them out real quick and show them to you. We are doing a Fairy Fae mushroom house fantasy out of polymer clay, and we are using a glass jar for our base. So this is a new mold, folks. Since we had such a problem with that other mold, I think this is going to be amazing. And we are going to make some D&D dice coming up very soon. I just can't do it tonight, folks, because it's too cold. I worked the clay in my hands to warm it up, so that helped, thank goodness. But all the rest, nope, it didn't help. Okay, so let me see here. All right, here's my ice pick. Because you see on this, whoops, on here, these are all picked so that they'll look like a, I don't know how many people have seen living rock, but it's more like volcano rock, and it's from the ocean. Because I used to have saltwater tanks. And so that's kind of what it looked like. So we're just ferrying this out and making it more fantasy. And I'm just doing these for texture on here because living rock does look like this, and so does, most people don't even know that volcano and all that are just like living rock in the ocean. So there's a lot of texture to them. So I'm thinking these fairies and magical people, they flew out to the ocean and picked up their stones and all kinds of baubles to decorate their home. So that's what we're doing. This is going to be a lot of fun, folks. I hope you enjoy it. And thank you so much for being in here and supporting my channel. Again, it's always an honor to have everyone here. Please remember to thumb up and like the live and subscribe if you're not already. There's more great content coming, I promise. And I'm going to be tapping away. I hope this doesn't bother anyone, but if it does, turn your headphones down, okay? I tried to do all my work with my pasta machine before you guys came in here because it makes a lot of noise almost to a Skinner blend. I almost blended this way too much. It almost has no white in it, but that's okay. It's still pretty. It will look nice. How's everybody doing tonight? How was your New Year's? Happy New Year, everybody. 2026, here we go. Let's hope this year is much better than last year and prosperous and fun for everybody and filled with joy and abundance, love, and happiness. Thank you for being patient while I put all this texture in here. I guess I should have done that before you guys came in too, but it took so long for me to get it to process because it really is cold here. And I have my heat on. It's almost 70 degrees in my house. I can't take it more than that. 80, I'm going to be breaking out the lemonade and tea, you know, with a fan running. All right, so we're texturing this. It's very simple. You can use a piece of wire if you didn't have this. And these are about, let's see, at least 6 inches in length each strip. And then we're going to cut it into squares to place it onto the jar to add to the house. And I'm hoping to get to the floor this evening too on the house, at least the start of it. And then the following one, I will be making all the mushrooms in it, which is going to be really cool. I think you're going to love it. Because I don't use molds. It's all done by hand. Thank you for your patience while I poke the holes in these stones coming up, these sea foam stones of living rock for our fairy faux mushroom house. Hey, Will Hat, thank you for coming in. You're so awesome. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Will Hat, next, this coming up Monday, Mental Raccoon, I'm going to try to do a collaboration with him while I work on some of his stones to wire wrap them and place them in necklaces and bracelets. That's why I was trying to get a hold of him today so badly. I'm just so happy to have everybody here. I really appreciate it. No music, guys, because of the darn copyright laws. I did a video and I said everybody click on it to see if it goes viral because it was music that YouTube offered. It doesn't show anything copyright, and then it kept telling me it was copyrighted. Then I took the other one down and redid it, and it still was saying some of that mess. But it wasn't a strike at all. I guess they kept it out of the eyes of people in Russia. We're not allowed to watch it. That's why it had that. Boy, I tell you, this is tedious work doing all these little holy dots. Holier than thou, living sea foam stones for the fairy house, which is I believe this is a Prego jar, folks. And we're going to build a huge mushroom on the top of that. It's going to look amazing. And I'm so sorry I got sick and I wasn't able to come on several days. In fact, I usually go to Andrew's lives and I was just so bad. I was lucky I made it in his live last night. And don't forget to subscribe to Andrew also, who is a wonderful artist. And he does a lot of tangle drawings. And they're awesome. They're really awesome. He's an amazing artist. You think I'll get through all dotting this? I'm going as fast as I can. My arm is like killing me from doing this. Just from doing these little dot things. But it's fun, and it's going to be really, really cute, and I think everybody will like it when it gets more into what, after we get through the boring bricks and stones. I would definitely think about doing real stones, but you'd have to have something flat like slate, and that's a lot of work, and that would require more than this. This is just a easier, cheatier, nicer way of doing it, and not so expensive. Since I'm sure everybody now is on a budget for sure. So tell me, can everybody hear me okay? Yeah, me too, me too. I'm excited to see how it turns out too. I think it's going to be beautiful once it's done. And if everybody can hear, Boss Kitty is in the back making her banshee cries. I have some little fruit flies, and she is after them, folks. She is after the fruit flies. And that's why she's making that wine that she's making. In fact, I just had one fly down here. It's fairy fruit flies. That's what it is. I don't know what went bad in my kitchen. I thought I threw out the bad potato. There aren't any bad bananas, so I don't know what happened. But I got them, and they're crazy, and I'm trying to get rid of them. I don't even have any plants, because plants have those kind of little things too, those little gnat flies. So we're still working on this fairy faux mushroom house. And fairies lived everywhere, in the woods, by the ocean, by the lakes. And they were known for being around trees and being around mushrooms. I guess they, you know, that's where they made their homes. So it's kind of cool. All right, now I can start doing some squares. I'm going to kind of just mark it off here with the ice pick. This one I'm going to do here because I may have to do these differently because the widths, for some reason, I've got wider widths than I should have. And I'm just doing lines here to sort of break it up. Can everybody see okay? Have I got this where you guys can see? So what message did you retract? No, hey, you retracted the message where you thought this was going to be exciting, huh? Okay. Yeah, I opened the package. I haven't yet. Oh, if I had plants. I wish I did. In fact, I'm tempted because my friend Sherry is trying to grow or seed, and because I had one years ago and I haven't done it in years, she is trying to seed an avocado to get an avocado plant. Now, I know some people actually have done it and actually grown avocados. I told her that probably her client out there, her climate might even be correct for it because she's out in some part of like New Mexico. So she darn well may be able to grow an avocado tree. That would be awesome, right? Go out your front door and pick the avocados. Yeah, they are. They're very low maintenance. The one I love the most, though, is I love I guess they call it the mother-in-law's tongue or a snake plant. And after my cat bit it and poked herself in the eyes when I first had her in Panama, she never touched it again. But it died. And I understand they're seriously poisonous for cats. And you know how cats are. They will eat or try to eat, or mine does. She's like a little kid. You got to watch her because she will stick it in her mouth and try to eat it. Okay, so now I'm going to try to cut these. I don't know. I need these 3 on the top here. I'm going to try and let's see if I can do it this way. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. And then, of course, I've got to cut this way. Try not to cut my hand because you can, even though this is not the sharp side. All right. I think it's going to look really pretty. You wait. You guys are going to be shocked how much this changes through the course of making it. It's going to look wonderful, I promise. You always have to use one of these razors because your clay will not just lift up. See, it's moving the whole stone here. This is just a big tile, like a floor tile, or I don't know where they'd use this size of tile, but that's what it is. And I use it to work on because it's easier. Thank you so much, Minnow. You're so awesome. You know what else is what I would love? I would love this, Minnow, but I can't do it right now. My health's not there, but I would do maybe a metal fairy house, hand hammered and torched. Would be a lot of fun. Okay, so let me see what I got going on here. There we go. So I'm pulling it up to get these 2 rows here on the top to begin with. Whoops. Okay, so I got to cut there again. Unfortunately, this thing is sticking and not coming up. Trying not to be too crooked. A little old lady in her shoe in the crooked little house, right? Okay, there's part of it. So I'm laying these off to the side because I can only work on a couple pieces at a time. See how it stuck there? It shouldn't have done that, but it did. That's why you got to have the razor to pull them up. Whoops. Well, that'll do. Okay. There we go. See, I warmed this in my hands, and I made sure my towel was warm because before you guys came in, I used the heating gun on my towel to warm it up because it's so darn cold. I'm looking back to read your comments. Thank you so much. Yeah, me too, Mental, because I am sick of being sick. For sure, I am sick of being sick. Okay, so I'm going to move this back a little, maybe up like this. You guys just tell me. I'll try and move it up some. So hopefully it's pretty good there. All right, so then I'm going to move this piece because I'm going to cut this. It's like double little bricks here. So everybody knows that the fairies go and pick up baubles, seashells. Unfortunately, I don't have any seashells, but I could make some to go on this later. All right, I'm going to actually have to hand shape this one to get it more like a stone, and then I'll redo it. There we go, just like that. See? Everybody see that? You know, I thought about lights. But I'm not sure if they will show through this clay mineral. They may, though, because I'm going to do a door and 2 windows. Possibly 3. 1 window on each side and a window on the back and a door on the front. So that I very may be able to put some kind of lights inside of it. I'm just tearing these apart. See, now, these few that are like this, that's 2 stones there. Or 2 bricks. However you want to call it. Seafoam stones. This is at least 2, depending on the way you look at it. There we go. Can everybody see this okay? Easy peasy, huh, Minnow? That's what they always say. That's so cute. I love that. You guys are doing great. So, what projects are everybody else working on? Let me know what you're working on. All my great artists and creators who come in here to support me during my videos. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. You guys are amazing. That one's too skinny. Okay. We don't want it perfect because it's supposed to be out in the wild and they are fairies, you know. So we're going to have to get some green foliage to do this, and we're not buying green foliage from the flower store or anything. We're going to actually make it. That comes from The artist in me. If you're going to do it, let's do it all the way. Let me cut the edge off of here. Can everybody see this okay? Is everybody able to see what I'm doing? I just want to make sure, and if there's enough light. I tried to get my light as bright as possible. Oh, that's awesome, Mental. So is Mick the plumber in here or the diver? I don't know his full name. Did he come in? All right, folks, please remember to thumb up the live and everything. More exciting stuff coming. Next week on Monday, I'm going to try to do a collab with Minnow Raccoon Glass. If you guys don't know who he is, go check his channel out and subscribe to him and like. He's an amazing artist. We're all artists. We just do different things to entertain ourselves sometimes. So this is the fairy house we're working on. I mean, I can pull this back some more, maybe, I hope. Let's hope. I was adjusting this arm before you guys came in here. It's so crazy. So crazy. Because I had to put a towel underneath my arm to hold it straight. Hey, Mick the welder. How you doing, mate? Will Hat's in here. Andrew from Sydney. Sydney, give Mick the welder a howdy or a whatever you say. Oi, I don't know what you say in Australia. But Mick's from Australia too, Andrew. All right, so we're just working on a little fairy house. It's going to be cute, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's more detail than you think. This is the tedious part, as I call it, because I have to be patient and I can't, you know, I can't be rushing it. That's why before you guys came in, I ran all this clay through my pasta machine to make sure your ears weren't barreled out, because we're going to have to do the floor of the fairy house, which I told you I'm making out of this balsa wood. And this is not cheap stuff, by the way. By no means is this a cheap, shoddy project. It's going to be awesome. And who doesn't love to be playing with clay, even as an adult, right? Can everybody see? Did I knock you guys off? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Hey, Cindy. How are you tonight? So nice to see you guys. Don't forget to thumb up the live while you're in here, please. We're working on the Minnow Fairy House. Minnow Raccoon, I got you on my mind because of those beads, dude. You gotta forgive me. Now you know, like, oh my Lord. I think I'm crazy. I might be, you never know. Okay, so I am making up my little tiles, my living sea rock, I call it, like sponge sea rock. And these are fantasy, so they're blue and white. And that's why I'm doing them this way. Okay, there's a good stone. And then all these I have to shape that are in squares. They have to be elongated. I'm trying to see what everybody's saying too. All right, thank you so much. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to Minnow Raccoon Glass. He's an amazing artist, and so is Will Hat. He is Andrew Art by Me. And Mick is an awesome guy too. I don't know if he has any videos yet, but subscribe to him anyway because he's an amazing person. Right, mate? I love all my Aussies. I am shaping. Can everybody see? I'm trying to make it so you guys can see. Oh, and by the way, just so everybody knows, Boss Kitty is in here. And let me see. She is mandating this project right now, aren't you? Look over here, Boss Kitty. Look over here. Yep, you tell him. I'm the boss. No, 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 no. See, this is where we got a problem. Boss Kitty wants to walk on the crafting and art table. Okay, baby, you got to get down. She says she sends her love and she's happy to be here. But she is the boss. I'm going to poke some more holes in this because I kind of fudged them out. Oops, sorry, I left you guys up there when I was working. I'm so sorry. Hey guys, don't forget to thumb up and like the live. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. There is more awesome stuff coming. Possibly a collab with Mental Raccoon Glass. And he is a glass creator and blower. He is amazing. His work is amazing. All of his stuff is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And I'm hoping to get into some of my metal smithing in about 2.5 weeks. It's going to take at least that because I'm still working on this, and I'm working on the D&D dice. Trying to get my little sea foam living rock stone there into more of a square. This is going to be fun, guys, and it's going to look amazing. I promise you, this is going to be an amazing project. All right, so maybe I can start getting some of these stones on here for you guys to see. Let me pull this back some. And that over that way. Move those stones that way. And I'm using, by the way, I am using the Sculpey Bacon Bond for the stones to go on, folks. All right, so let's get some of these little stones down here because we're going to start putting them on this jar. I'm hoping to start a couple of the mushrooms too, but I want to do the floor tonight. So you just put like a drop or two on here. Everything's so freaking cold right now. It's causing me issues with everything. Whoa, there we go. You just use a teeny amount like that, folks. This stuff, by the way, is, I don't know if it's considered super expensive, but I think it's a little expensive. And it's Sculpey Bacon Bond, but it is a good product. It does work. And we're going to use this for our stones. And we're getting bigger as we go down. And then I'll get smaller once we get on the bottom. And I'm going to tap this with some holes again. Sort of making it like Swiss cheese almost, but it's a sea foam fairy stone for the side of the house. And I apologize, these stones are more blue than the others, but it'll still look good. Yeah, you guys need to check out him. He's awesome. He's awesome. I love Mental Raccoon Glass. Okay, so we're just putting a little drip here. Can you guys see what I'm doing even? Lord have mercy. Maybe got it too close. Oh, that's really close. All right, let me get it up here some and turn it this way. I keep having, let me tell you, if you hit the wrong button on your phone and use that Gemini and stuff, don't say it real loud because it will come on and interrupt your live and everything. It's crazy. But it's I don't know how to turn. I've got to go in the settings, folks, and turn off. There's my little dot there. Sorry, I was out of frame and out of the camera. I've got to go in and reset my phone so it stops doing that. I've had her talk 2 or 3 times in my lives without me asking for it. So we're going to put some Bacon Bond right here, just a little drip. Welcome in, everybody. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for your support and your kindness. And if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. There's more awesome stuff coming. You just don't realize how much awesome stuff is coming. Did everybody see Boss Kitty? She's gone out now. She's upset because she can't walk on my stone here and stuff. Sometimes she gets upset because she is the boss and she's like, I'm the boss. Why are you not doing what I tell you? Like allowing me to trample everything. It's like being in a little Godzilla movie, right? And the great Godzilla steps on your craft table or your workbench. What do you guys think so far? I mean, it's going to be a whole lot better, I promise. It's getting there. I want it to look organic, which means kind of natural, because they wouldn't be able to get the same stones. The fairies would not be able to pick up the same stones when they go to the ocean. They would all be different. So that's what we're kind of basing this on. I'm just putting a little bit of that bacon bond right there. And I'm going to be stair-stepping these soon. So there we go. Let's push that up a little bit. Put a few more holes in there and there too. It's really neat, guys. It's going to look awesome, I promise. I even got tree branches to make trees. Yeah, exactly, Minnow. You got it. You got it. Thank you for all the hearts and the likes, folks. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. I'm trying to reach, this is crazy, but I am now trying to reach the 1,000 marker for subs. And for, what is it? Willhat and Minnow, what is it, like 3,000 watch hours? So you guys being here really helps support me and helps up the watch hours. But don't forget to thumb up the live. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe and like. I promise you, awesome stuff going on here on Organic Silver Moon Designs channel. And I am Lydia. I am a mixed media artist, which means I work with every kind of media there is. I don't know where people got this thing about mixed media, you know, and they don't know what you're talking about. This is more than just painting and drawing and more than jewelry creations. It's a multiple of textures and things that you do, and that's what makes you a mixed media artist. So I'm still poking. Can you guys see? I got to make sure y'all can see and make sure I can have room to work. Let me get this back here. I'm moving some paint out of the way that I've got because I'm going to do that floor. Oh, wow. Every month? We got to have that every month, Willhat? I did not know that. It did not say that, y'all. It did not say that. Not in the writing, anyway. So it's good. Willhat's an awesome creator and artist, too, guys. If you haven't already subbed to him, you should. And he's on every night. Of course, he's in Sydney. So if you're in the U.S. like me, you're probably going to have to go in around 2:30 to see him. So I'm getting ready to put some more bacon bond on here. Trying not to cover myself in bacon bond because that stuff really is sticky. All right, we are working. We are getting this fairy house. I'll tell you, these Fae little fairies as they fly around with their big, beautiful, transparent wings are really happy that someone else is helping build their house. There we go, another stone. Sorry about that. I was trying to stay out of the way so you guys could see what I'm doing. So this is going to be like a 4-part series, but I promise you it's going to be fun. It's also going to be pretty, I think it's going to be really pretty when it's done. I wish I could have a bigger floor underneath it, but I don't want to make this a tabletop thing, you know? Because if I did, I would have like say a stream or a river with it, but we can't do that. I just can't make it that big. As it is, it's going to be rather large. I got a fruit fly here. Yeah, I hear you, man. Thanks so much, Minnow. I really appreciate it, Minnow Raccoon Glass. It's definitely always a journey in art. Okay, so another drop here. Whoops, almost too much. There's one of those little fruit flies. They're driving me nuts too. Okay, so So get that up there like that. There we go. And then we're going to put a skinnier one next to it. A little teeny drop. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I am telling you, Mick the welder, Andrew Wilhat, Minnow Raccoon, I am so grateful you guys are here. You are such amazing creators and artists, and we all do something different, and we do a lot of what we do different. I was supposed to work on this yesterday, guys. I fudged because I didn't feel good, and I was talking to a friend when I didn't feel good, and I spent many hours with them when I should have been what? Putting stones on this so the stones would be done for you guys when I came back. But it is what it is, and we are here together to journey on this path of enlightenment of the fairy mushroom Fae house. Yeah, I'm just pinching that up there so it'll look more like a brick, sort of a brick stone. Then I'm going to do some more pokies there to keep that like sea foam living stone in there. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, yeah? I do, huh? Okay. Let's get some more little stones here. Oh, I got to be careful too, because see, the stones they're not dried or baked, so they are sticking to the table. I thought I put, what happened there? I've got a missing block, and it doesn't have any bacon bond on it, which it needs. Okay, let me pull this camera back some. I thought I was back far enough. And kind of set it up a little. You guys kind of tell me what looks best to you. Is it overkill? You're so funny, Mel. Trying to stretch this one a little in here. Yeah, there we go. Stretch that stone out so it'll fit. All right. Remember, everybody, be kind, be friendly, and this is a PG channel for adults. And remember, you never know when you might be hurting someone's feelings. Be careful what you say, even if you're joking. Okay, let's get some more stones here. I'm going to use this. Makes it a little easier for me to cut it because the clay is soft enough I can do that. Isn't that something? That I can use a plastic tool like this to cut it. All right, I'm stacking my stones. Oh, that's right. Minnow, I forgot. I know what you said you did for a living years ago. So we're building a Fae Fairy faux house, and Minnow could come in here and help me do this too. Couldn't you, Minnow? I wish it were bigger. I would do a bigger one maybe later, where it would have an inside, where you could go inside of it. Would be really awesome. Okay. I need to cut down the center of this one. It's too large. If I don't get all your comments, just please retype it, and I'll do my best to respond. And my Minnow and Will Hat and everybody here is got a wrench so they can help out. And Mick, if you put yourself up and you come in here and support me, I will be giving you a wrench soon too. It's a badge of honor here to have a wrench. Okay, so I need this one to look more like a skinnier brick. Well, actually, you know what, Mental? When I put the door and the windows on this, you'll be able to see inside of it. You will absolutely be able to see inside the fairy house. And that's another thing. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to design to put down inside of it so you guys will get a feeling of like there's somebody in there. I might. I don't know. But I might be able to get away with some kind of flimsy little table and a fake little fairy inside of it. I don't know yet. Just give me a chance. I'm working on this. And this is tedious doing the little stones. So I have to turn them over and get some bacon bond on them. And before you guys came in, I had to clean this whole thing off. It was just stuck with resin. All right, we're getting the stones turned over so I can get some bacon bond on them. These need to be shaped. That one too. This one will do like it is. Yeah, Will supports us too. Mental glass raccoon. That's why I always call you Mental. Okay, Mental raccoon glass. Yeah, he's an awesome supporter. He helps everyone. So we just have to show him support too when we can to make sure he's getting the support he needs because he is amazing. Here's the bacon bond. I'm just getting every little stone here with bacon bond on it. If you guys see a little fruit fly or something around, it's because my house has been invaded, guys. It has been invaded. Whoops. Okay, thank you, Mental. Mental scream. I'm so sorry, and I love raccoons, by the way. One of my favorite creatures next to some of the other wildlife I love. Like I actually love the royal crows, and I also love any kind of wood or mallard duck. They're so beautiful. And of course, then there's the traditional, depending on where you live, because out in Virginia, and I believe Carolina has our bird too, which is the red cardinal, which is the male, of course, the most beautiful thing because he's attracting the female. That's why they're so gorgeous. Trying to push that up there. I need that to be more like this. There we go. That works. We'll start laying these stones on here. Oh, I'm too close. Darn it. How do I get you guys farther back? My arm keeps like falling down, and I've set it twice. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a nice place to go and hang out. Will Hat's awesome, and his drawings are beautiful, folks. If you don't know Will Hat, make sure you like and subscribe. And the same for Mental Raccoon Glass. He's an amazing artist, too. We're all actually amazing artists in our own way. We all do different things. But this was just a project for me to do that I thought, oh, this will be easy. This will be fun. This will be really easy. Yeah, well, there's a lot more work to it, and I know it because I'm one of those perfectionist artists until I get it the way I want it. Yeah, and see here, I'm going to do this all the way around. So it'll be almost like a grout line, only it's for the stones. But I have to work each thing. If I get to going on too many things at once, I'll mudge it up, spudge it up, fudge it up. Thank you, Mental. You're so awesome. Are you talking about yourself? I did go see you sent me that picture. That was gorgeous. And I try to get everybody, go to Mental. If you see a fish tank on his screen and he's live, make sure you go there and say hi and you like the live. And hang around a few minutes because it'll give him a little watch time, folks. We all need watch time as creators, and we also need subscribers in order to keep doing what we do so that we're supported here on YouTube. I'm doing these as fast as I can on here, but I can't go but so fast. Whoa. This part's a little thin. And I got to get some more holes poked in here on the Fae Fairy mushroom house, which is going to have a yard and everything. And a ground base. I'm just laying each stone like this, and it has, again, using bacon bond to attach the stones. It's like a bakeable adhesive, so that when I get ready, this is going to go in the oven. And I'm going to look, let's see, because I'm using, this is really good clay too if you want to make jewelry. Cernit is top of the line, folks, most of them. Let me see if I can see what the baking instructions are on this. Okay, on this it says 10 minutes at 110 to 130 Celsius, 30 minutes at 230 and 265 Fahrenheit. So 30 minutes, right? I would say I would set it on, like I would go for 230 because of this glass. I don't know if it can take the heat. There we go, another stone. I know what we need to be singing, Mental, and we need to be singing another brick in the wall. I can't even do it. I don't have the voice for that. I think that was a Pink Floyd song. I used to love that. Yeah, you know I'm a hippie, right? A hippie patriot military type because I was born on the 11th and my father was a Vietnam vet. I had sailors in my family, Air Force, Army, Navy, and Marines. This thing is not open again. Come on now, bacon bond, open up. There we go. You just put a little bit of bacon bond on here and then attach it to your glass. And we're going around like this. Trying to get all these little areas that are showing light through it because I don't want it to do that. I'm going to put a line here and then poke these. Pokey, pokey, pokey. This is just a, well, it's not really an ice pick. It's a pick for leather, folks, because I work with leather too. Let me just a second here. I got to do a stretch, folks. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, Mental. I really do. That's a good idea, because I've never baked a Prego jar with clay on it. I'm stretching, guys. Sorry, I have to. I'm getting a drink of my Saratoga water. And they sent me the wrong water, everybody. I drink sparkling, and they sent me this still mess. And no, I'm not sponsored, YouTube. It's just me sharing some information. So, but this is really good. This water is really good, but I like the sparkling, and somehow I got stuck with the still water. And it's pretty reasonable. Thank you so much, Metal. Anybody else got any ideas or suggestions? If you're in here, please make sure you thumb up the live and like. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I promise you there's some awesome stuff coming. Sorry if you hear me grunting and stuff, it's because I'm a little bit in pain. Yeah, exactly. You're right, Mel. But I'm not putting this in the oven until I create the mushroom for the top. Then I will put it in the oven. In the meantime, we are just like Pink Floyd's song, another brick in the wall. I got to turn these over. Hopefully everybody can see what I'm doing, I hope. And I got these here. Look how thick and wide they are, but I'm going to cut them with this. It's actually this tool here is not a clay tool. It is for resin, but it works great as a cutter, and I like that. So that works for me. Okay. Another stone, another stone. I want to start the floor too, guys. Even if I don't finish all the stones, I want to start the floor. What does everybody else say about that for the grass and the ground? Someone talk to me and let me know what you think. Hey, folks, if you're in here, don't forget to thumb up the live, and don't forget to share either. Share out my live and make sure you're a subscriber. I promise you there's all kinds of neat stuff coming up. We're going to be doing some resin and pouring D&D dice again because I bought a faulty mold and I had to wait and go and replace it. So that's why I showed you the D&D dice mold tonight, because it's much better. I guess there is a little truth in, you know, as to like if you paid for something, you get what you paid for. But I've had it where I had really good luck, and so I was shocked that it was like that. Okay, so let me get some more bacon bond on these. Thank you so much, Sherry. You're so awesome. Thank you for being here. Everybody say hi to Sherry, and don't forget to subscribe to Sherry Palmer. She's an amazing person also. She's just hopping in the live for a minute. She's out boot scoot boogieing. Okay, so we're going to use some more bacon bond. Like I said, you just need a little bit. I mean, every once in a while I'll squeeze too hard, but look how much comes out of there just from that little bit. And when you smush it down, it will, well, I think it's better if you can do a short line, because that way the little clay stone has some on it all the way. But you don't need a lot. One drop will do that. You just have to spread it out. All right, so we're getting ready to put in another stone, another brick in the wall, folks. Everybody sing another brick in the wall. Well, this is the wall of the house, so. A little Fae Fairy faux house. You're learning how to set the stones on a glass jar, which actually I'm not advertisement for them either, folks. But this is a Prego jar. So it's about the right size for it. All right, I'm just turning it around to see, because I'm going to start here. Put that stone there. Use a little ice pick to make sure it's got plenty of holes, because these are living seafoam blue rocks. We're making them blue because it is a fantasy faux house for a fairy or a fae. And I believe fae, someone correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know for sure, but I believe the term fae came from the days before they had electricity. And it was like maybe England, London, the Irish, all that. A lot of folk tales there. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for your support. You have no idea how much that means to me. Now I've got to see how I got a little gap here. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to take some of my clay that's over here, kind of in a ball. I'm just going to smash it out. This is the blue and white mixed together, believe it or not. I'm just going to work it in my hands a little bit because it is rather chilly here, even though I have the heat on. Now we're going to take just a little piece of this and roll it. I'm going to try to roll it pretty thin so it will fit in that little hole for that brick where there's a gap. So see right here, we're going to lay this in here like this and like that. That way it gets that brick on the top. And then I'm going to just use the ice pick and move it up. I'm not sure if I'll need this all the way across, but that's what I'm going to do for the moment. And that will fix the gap there. See? Pretty awesome, huh? Thank you for all the hearts and stuff. Oh, I know that feeling, Mental Raccoon. I know about the sleep scheduling. In fact, folks, I have a test I'm supposed to take, and I haven't done it yet because the last one, it kept coming off my finger. They were trying to monitor my sleep because you all know that I have some health issues. Boss Kitty, what are you doing? That you shouldn't be doing because I can't see you right now, but I hear noise. You're going to put another stone there, another brick in the wall. There we go. And this is awesome, folks. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support and your love. And just, it's so amazing. I am so very blessed to have such great subscribers and loyal subscribers and people that are other creators, which makes it really awesome. Okay, so I've got a gap again. So I can try, well, I could try to mush some up in there, but then I lose the effect on my stone. Trying to push it up just a little bit. There we go. That works, didn't it? And I didn't have to put another string in there. Okay, so we're going to get some more holes here in this living seafoam blue rock that the fairies went and collected. They worked themselves to death to get all this so that they can build their house. No, this is not a child's room. It is for adults. You should be 18 if you're in here. And so just letting you know, if you're not, come back and watch the rerun. And thank you for your support. All right. Thank you so much, Sherry. Boot scoot boogie, darling. Everybody support Sherry Palmer. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to her. All right, so we're going to pull these little stones over here that I made. There we go. These are already cut and split. So all I have to do is, it's almost like it's almost like tearing it. You can tear these because you've already put, that's why I put the marks in them, so that they would do that. Makes it much easier. There we go. Some of these I'm going to have to get them more in a rectangle instead of a square, but not a diamond rectangle like this. Who's good in math and knows that word that I'm not saying? Okay. This is awesome. Thank you so much, Mental Glass. That means the world to me. I really appreciate all your respect and your love and for cheering me on with this project. And I'm so happy that you're pleased. So I'm just squeezing this up. I'm hoping everybody can see and I'm not getting my hands too much in the way. That's so these stones, these seafoam stones, will be slender type bricks. I'm just pressing on both sides to get that look. And then after we get that look, we'll poke some more holes in these because I'm smushing the holes. I'm sorry. It's hard when you're trying to get it shaped the way you want it. Of course, stones from the ocean wouldn't be perfect. And imagine how much work they had to do to make these. Like, can you imagine 1,000 little fairies flying all over or Fae, collecting the stones and saying, oh, I need help here. Yeah, I'm not right, you guys, so just live with it. But I got a good heart. And, well, a good heart. I don't know if my heart's good, but I have a good way about that. I like things that are fun. I love fantasy. I think it's so cool that we get a chance to escape some of the daily rough times by having a little fantasy. Maybe you're even a gamer like me. I love to game when I can. Sometimes my disability even keeps me from doing that. So I just keep doing my art because it keeps my mind off of any pain or anything else. So anyway, I'm so happy to have everybody here. It's so awesome. Mental Raccoon, Will Hat, Sherry, who had to go back on the floor to boot scoot, and Lisa, I think, and Mick the Welder. Thank you so much for your support. So everybody can hear me okay then, right? They're not having any problem hearing my voice. You guys are awesome. I love you all. Thank you so much. I really mean it. Thank you for your support, and thank you for being here. All right. So I got some more stones. Now we're going to flip them. I want to get this whole piece here with that done. And then I'm going to take the balsa wood and start on the floor while we finishing this up. We're close, folks. I don't know if I got enough stones to fill the whole jar, but we're sure going to try. And look, I do have a gap there. I can see it, but oh well. All right, so we're turning all these little living seafoam seafoam stones for our little mushroom fairy house fantasy. And we're going to put some bacon bond on them. And then we're going to attach them to the jar and keep going around for anyone just coming in. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm Organic Silver Moon Designs. I'm a jewelry and a canvas artist. My name is Lydia. I do mixed media, and I do a lot of other things that I haven't done in a while because, well, I've had some health issues and it slowed me down. Remember, you only need a little drop, and that one I did in the middle because it was so small, but you take that one little drop and kind of drag it and give it a tail so that your little seafoam brick will stick. And this is bacon bond, so you can bake this in the oven without worrying. So I hate to say it, if you do something like this and you want to use like E6000 or something, I do not recommend baking E6000. So that's why we're doing the bacon bond, because I know it's safe. All right, another little stone here. You know what? I'm not even sure. I hope. I'm not going to get too excited that I might be able to get to the bottom with the stones I've already made. Thank you, Mental Raccoon. You are so sweet. Thank you so much for your support and kindness. You know, this was the first year I did not watch the ball drop in New York. It's the first year. I never miss it. I was so tired and didn't feel good. I couldn't stay up to watch the ball go up in New York. So I'm sure I can find some reruns out there, but you do things out of tradition and habit, you know? I'm just squeezing here on the top, trying to get these stones to come more together. I'm going to push that one down. There we go. I got that gap filled. And I'm going to use my little pick. It's better. And then I'm going to dimple these with these little, because they're seafoam stones put in by the fairies. And we're helping them. Our magical fantasy mushroom sculpted house. And there's going to be quite a bit of sculpting in this, but you have to have a base to go on, folks, unless you've got a ton of money, or you're going to do this out of air dry clay. I guess you could make it solid clay, but it would, I don't know if it would be too heavy or how that would stand up, to be honest with you. Okay, we're just poking some holes in our seafoam living rock that we're mounting on this jar, which, by the way, is Prego, and I'm not sponsored by them either. That just gives you an idea what size this jar is. Just poking some more holes in here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. I love all of you, and I mean that wholeheartedly. Especially all my loyal subs and great people that are also creators that take the time to come and see you and support you. You know, it's always nice to have that, as I try to give that in return also. And let me tell you something. Anyone who subs to my channel, I guarantee you I will sub you back. So there you go. And if you want to win stones and gemstones, you have to be with the channel at least 2 months. Not just come in and make a comment and sub and then you run. Because it wouldn't be fair to the other people that have been here so long not to have a chance at winning. Ooh, we got to find a little stone for there. You know what? We got one that's perfect. We just got to get some bacon bond on it right there. That should fit, well, maybe not perfect, but it should fit pretty good in that little gap hole there. It's really almost like building a house. There we go. I'm going to have to do a little bit of clay up there to fill in. It's almost like grouting, grouting a house. Thank you so much, Mel. You're so awesome. Yeah, the ball drop. I didn't get to watch it because I fell asleep. I was sick. I hate that when that happens, but this time I did it because of New Year's. Now, wait a minute. I just saw a little gap in here. Oh, no, that's not it. That's just a teeny hole. I thought this was a gap. You know? There's a couple little spots in here. Trying to get into those little holes. Smush that down. Yeah, see, look, all this. And then we can what? Make it look more like it fits right in just by doing that. There we go. Now we're going to get this stone here. All right, and then we're going to do some more pokies because I smushed them out with my fingers. I'm so sorry, everybody. Okay, next stone. This is a Fae Fairy mushroom house, and it's going to be something else when it's done, I promise you. Got to get a little more pokies in here so this really has some texture. You really want to texture it up. It really helps with the looks. It will make it look so much better. Trying to make it so I don't get out of frame again. I'm so sorry. So we're making a Fae Fairy mushroom house. Thank you so much, Manora. Everybody, make sure you thumb up the live and like it. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. Woohoo! And thank you so much for being here, everyone who's supporting me. And thank you also, Mick, the welder, if you're still in here, love. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you being at my live. I promise you it's going to get more exciting with this. It's just we're on the part that's kind of boring doing all the stones, but I like it. I think it's neat and it shows what you can do with some polymer clay and a jar. I'm just getting these stones right here. I have to sort of bend it even though I ran the tissue razor over it. And then I did the lines, so it works pretty good. You can do that. It makes it easier. Okay, so these are really skinny, these stones here. I'm going to wait a minute before I try to use those, and we're going to get the thicker ones here. And I'm going to cut these with the, I'll not cut them. I'm going to use, what did I do with my little thing? There we go. I'm going to use this little resin tool to cut the stones for the side of the fairy house, the Fae Fairy mushroom fairy house. There we go. We got some little stones here all ready to go. Oops, darn it, get there. And we're going to try a trick here. I'm trying to get these stones on not take all night, so that you guys can see more exciting stuff. I'm just doing that. We're going to try this. I'll see how this works, because normally it's one stone at a time, because see there, it stuck to that too. All right, it may not work that way. I may be dreaming that it's going to work that way, because it's got to go this way with it being this many stones. Well, that kind of worked, didn't it? Sorry about getting in the way. 3 stones at a time. Here's 2 more. And put it right here. Come on. I'm trying to get it to focus. Every time my hand gets in the way, it kind of unfocuses, which is weird. Okay, and I'm going to do these. I may have to take a little stretch break again, folks. I apologize. Part of my problems are in my shoulders and my lower and upper back. Okay. Just making the stones. It's lots of fun making stones. Another brick in the wall for the Fae Fairy Fantasy Mushroom House. Okay, need to cut this one. Whoops. Just like that. There we go. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera, folks. Did I stipple that? Yeah, I did. Okay, so that one's stippled. This one's stippled. Just trying to make sure. I'm pretty sure I did, but still I'm being sure. Okay, we're just kind of shaping this one here. They don't have to be perfect, because, you know, in the old days, I believe, like in the 1950s, they did like brick fronts on a lot of the houses, which was just gorgeous. There was all different styles of stones and everything. All right, give me a break, guys, for 1 minute here, and I will be right back. You guys are awesome. Don't forget to tell me that you can hear me. So make sure you tell me you can hear me in the live. Okay, I need to know. Someone say, yes, I can hear you. But I think you're answering, so that really is the answer. I had to get a drink of water. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. You are so awesome. Thank you for all the thumbs up and the likes. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to go to Mental Raccoon's thing and sub him. He will sub you back. And the same thing with Will Hat, who is Andrew. And it's Art by Me. He's really amazing. You can click them right in the room so that you can follow them and sub to them. So I'm just taking a little stretch break, folks, so you know. Let's see if I can do this. All right. And you get to see my ugly mug. I'm here. I'm Lydia. And we are working on the Faux Fae Mushroom Fairy House. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for understanding that I have to take breaks because I just can't sit for so long, unfortunately. I didn't have this problem when I was younger, but now I am disabled, so I do have these problems, and I apologize. Yep. Thank you so much again, Mental Raccoon. Thank you, Will Hat. Thank you, Mick the Welder. Thank you, Sharon. Sherry, thank you, Sherry, and also the other young lady that was in here. I think her name is Lisa. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. All right, we're going to flip back on the Fae Magical Fairy Mushroom House that we are putting this living stone or rock, as you call it. It can be volcano rock, and it also can be, so mainly rock that comes out of the sea is called living stone. And I'm sure these little fairies and all that and fae people travel to the ocean to get some of their supplies, their baubles and everything, and pearls and whatever else they need. Okay, so we got some more stones here. Just going to fit that up there like that. Put some more holes in there because I had to press that down there. Lordy, lordy. It's going to be really pretty, guys. There we go. There's a little gnat fly, whatever that thing is, fruit fly. They're really annoying, too. I'll tell you that. They are definitely annoying. I'm trying to get this kind of slid over so there's no gap there. There we go. Press that up. Some more little pokies in here. Because I see them as like living stone. And the reason I mentioned volcano rock is because it can look this way, but not blue, of course. But this is a fantasy. This is not based on reality stones, which I have done when I did, oh, that's a skinny one. Anyway, when I've done sculptures. Okay, we're going to take this one, place it here. There we go. We're putting another brick on the wall in our Fae Fairy Mushroom Fantasy House, which I think is going to look really good before it's all over with. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your support and everything. I'm not sure. Is my live hung up or something? Because I don't see anybody talking. Just a second here. That's strange. Huh. Well, if you are talking, Mental Raccoon, could you please say something in the live so I know that the live is still live? I mean, it's live, but that way I know you're hearing this. Please speak up. Mick, the welder, are you still with me? Oh, Lord. Let me try something. No, we don't want that. Oh, you're so funny, Mary. I love that. Oh my goodness. Yes, thank you, Will Hat. I was just like, something's going on because y'all were all talking, and I'm like, oh, I hope, yeah, I'm still live. I just wondered if there was a glitch. You know how YouTube is when it's glitching. It doesn't have any mercy. Sorry, I hit my hand on that. Just pressing that up so that fits together. I'm going to have to do a little patch repair right here because there's a hole. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. And then I will poke some holes in that. Thank you for being here, Will. I really appreciate it. It's going to be amazing when it's done, Will. It doesn't look like much right now, folks, but I promise you it is going to be amazing. And I really love teaching people how to do this because it's really, I mean, it is time consuming, I will say that, but it's a lot of fun. Let me see. I'm going to try to get a little teeny brick in that hole right there. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get a little teeny brick in this hole right here where I have a gap, right up there, that gap. And just a second here. Wow. I'm going to get a drink of water too. I'm dying of thirst. Thanks so much, Will Hat, for saying that. And you really got a sense of humor. Little raccoon glass, you are awesome. Okay, so I'm going to move this. And this is some of the clay I'll be using. This yellow here and also a green that I know I dropped and picked up as soon as I find it, because I definitely got to have that green. Oh, here it is. Both of these clays, by the way, were what I had a choice of in the colors that I wanted. So I had to get the Fimo clay. It is actually it's a good clay. It's a professional clay. Oh, wow. That's awesome. I'll have to check that out. And here's some really cool things. Because I'm going to actually be making mushrooms. But these, I don't know if you guys can see these. All these are different. Some of them are really small, but they're actually mushroom imprints. Let me see. I'll get another one here. Maybe this one has bigger ones on it. Yeah, like this. Check it out. This is sort of what we're going to have when that mushroom like that is going to be what's on top of the fairy house. That's why I said it's going to be really awesome looking. I promise it's going to be cool. All right, let me work on this stone here. I guess I'm going to have to sort of like cut this and see if I can get it to fit in this little spot here. Oops, I dropped it. There we go. And we got that little spot from being a hole, complete hole in there. Just trying to kind of press it down some because we're going to have a stone under here. I'm trying to follow a line, but I'm not perfect, folks. I'm just telling you, I am not perfect by any means. By any means am I even close to being a perfectionist. Well, I am a perfectionist, but it doesn't mean I'm perfect. Okay, so we're going to take these. Yeah. I'm going to use this to kind of press down. These are going to be a little smaller. As we get close to the bottom, they will get smaller, not larger. There we go. They're all cut. And then we're going to put some bacon bond on each piece, just a drop, and you just drag the bacon bond across this little stone to make sure it covers it so it has a good adherence to the glass jar. And this is Bacon Bond, so it is meant for the heat. Like, don't even think that you should be baking like E6000 or 5000 or any of those unless they say they're bakeable. Okay, here's what we're using, Bacon Bond. And we're just using a little drop, and then we're pulling the drop so it goes across the stone. Just like that. That way it covers the complete fantasy sea living foam star, as I call them. House. Living rock. Sorry, I said star. I have star on the brain because my cat is like acting up. And she is sitting on top of my bookshelf in the background, which is about, I don't know, a foot off from the ceiling. So she's really close to the ceiling too. Okay, so we're going to press that up there like that. And we're going to start with our next stone. Put that one here because it's sort of a skinny one. And then the next one we're going to put here. It's a little fatter. I'll put one here. And I'm going to have to fill that gap. I knew it. I knew it. Whoops, sorry. I just about dropped the jar. Can't push that way up there. It's too much. But we can keep, and I'll fill that in. This is a lot of fun, but it is time consuming. It is a little bit of work. But if you have the money and can afford air dry clay, you can make a solid sculpture, whereas I'm having to use a base to do it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Metal Raccoon Glass. Thank you, Will Hat. Thank you, Mick, the welder. I don't know if he's still in here. I asked him if he was, so I don't know. I'm just kind of quietly taking little breaks so that I can manage to get through this. If you hear a bell, it's Boss Kitty. Okay, so we're going to take these because they might be thinner, but they'll be longer this way. I want them longer to go around this. Makes it a little bit easier. Oh, really? All right, I'll let you say hi to everybody. Come on, get up here. You're up here. Let's see if I can get you on the camera. All right, everybody. Boss Kitty says hello to everybody. She's so happy you're here. She said, yay, they're here. 3 cheers for all the subscribers and supporters. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Star Boss Kitty says, thank you so much. I'm so happy you are here. Woo. All right, get down, Star. She got right up my lap. I don't know if you could hear her jump or not. She says hi back to you, Will Hat. Absolutely, she loves you. All right, so we're turning this over, and we're going to put the drops on here, and I'm going to try to lay these 2 pieces. Stop that, Boss Kitty. Back of my chair is not a clawing post, darling. Okay. You know, her Tagorus comes out. There's nothing I can do about it. All right, so we're gonna do a little more than a drop on this because it's extremely long, and I'm going to try to attach these with them together, and then we'll put some little more dots in them to give it that texture. All right. Whoops. Sticking to my fingers because of the darn Bacon Bond. I'm going to put this right here, right like this. I'm going to push that up as close as I can get it. And I'll come back with the little ice pick and trim off anything that looks very odd. But that sure makes it a little bit easier, doesn't it, to lay all those stones in once instead of one at a time. Oh, my Lord. Okay. We're going to do it again right here. These ones are a little skinny, but that's okay. Whoops. I'll put that down there. Trying to keep my hands back too so you guys can see. Now see here, I got a big old fatty gap there. So I'm going to kind of shape this one in a square point right here. And that's going to go into this gap right here to fill in where the stone didn't. And then I will put some little more dots in here to show the seafoam living rock on the Fae Fairy faux house, mushroom house. I'm going to kind of lift that up there because I got to have room right there to start my next row of little living rock stones, which is going to be really cute and a lot of fun. I am trying my best to get this full, but I got a feeling, guys, I am going to run out of stone and have to make more stone to do it, and I'll start working on the floor if that is the case. Thank you again, everybody, for your support and your love and your kindness. If you're in here and you haven't subscribed already, please do. And don't forget to thumb up the video. That doesn't mean thumb up in chat. That means the thumb up to get the rating up. And it's where the thumbs up is. And I really appreciate everyone being here. So I got this other piece here. I'm going to do little dots on it because we're going to cut this into stones. I'm starting to grab every scrap piece of clay that I made this stuff out of so that I'm trying my best to see if I can get it to fill the glass. I'm close. Okay. Just sort of squishing that like that. All right, and I'm going to flip this over. Squeeze these down too. I'm not sure if everybody can see everything. I apologize. We're just using our hands to squeeze down the sides on these. I'll leave that separate since it came off. And that way, I'll probably have to do little pokey holes on it again. Thank you so much for everyone being here. It really, really helps with the algorithm. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe and share. We're working on a Fae Fairy mushroom house, and we are working on the walls on the outside of the house, making living rock, sort of. It should be sea foam, but this is blue sea foam. It's fantasy. It's not green. It's not brown, because a lot of living rock is brown other than the algae that actually grows on it in the ocean. The reason I know quite a bit about this is because I am a licensed scuba diver. I can't dive anymore, but I did in a day and I loved it. It was amazing. Okay, so we're going to peel this up, turn it over, and do the same thing with this one. And we're going to put some bacon bond on it. Did I do that on both sides? Yeah, I did. That's okay. Well, I like this side better of the bricks, so I'm going to turn it over and do it on this side with the bacon bond, which we're using to attach to the jar that we're using for our Fae Fairy. Ooh, Woo-hoo, mushroom house. That's a mouthful. I hope everybody can see all right. I'm just going to do a line right across here like this, a really thin line. Let me look at this one. Okay, so that's the better side. So this side we're going to put a little thin line on here of the bacon bond so it will attach to the glass easier, and then when I bake it, it will actually bake because this actually is bakeable adhesive, folks. Okay, I'm getting ready to put another line of bricks, another brick in the wall. We don't want to go to school. I forget that. It was Pink Floyd. He was really good. I used to listen to him a lot in my younger years. And just to kind of shape this. Get that up in there so there's not a gap there again, so I don't have to keep putting in little gap stoppers. There we go. And then I'm going to put a string there too. And we're just poking little holes in this to make texture because these are supposed to be living rock from the ocean. And as I said, this is a fantasy, so it's blue and white. The actual living rock, a lot of it can be, well, a majority of it is very dark, but usually a lot of little sea creatures and everything live on that, just like they do on the reef. Okay. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to get out of screen. And I don't know what to do about this, why it keeps doing this with the focus. I'm going to have to figure it out. This is a new phone, and it keeps blurring when I'm working. Okay, and then we're going to put another line here of the little sea foam living rock. All right. I don't know if it's supposed to rain here, but I swear it sounds like rain. I'm just doing little dabs here. Let me pull this back. Sorry, I didn't mean for my hand to be in the way like that. Pull this back and texture the rock on the thing. I pull my hand away. I do not know why it is blurring when I put my hand in the camera. It didn't do that before, so I must have some setting off, and I'm going to have to figure it out. Oh. Do we actually get anything for tapping here? I thought that was only on the TT. All right, so I'm going to sort of squeeze this out. There we go, like that. Then we're going to put some more bacon bond and add another row. This is the Fae Fairy house we're making. And we're going to have a platform for the land underneath the house. And the mushrooms, there are going to be mushrooms everywhere if I can help it. So I'm going to lay that there. And pull that out like that. There we go. I'm going to fill in that gap there, and then I'll do the top. We're getting there, folks. Look at this. Woo, we're getting there. It's a lot further than we were. Oops, need that to go up like that. There we go. Oops, that's a little crooked. Sorry about that. And I got a gap there because it's pooching out like a lip. All right, there we go. That straightens that out. Woo-hoo. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Oh, is it? Wow. Well, I thought it sounded like rain. That figures we get a lot of rain here. I was hoping for Christmas snow and we didn't get any. So much for hoping and wishing. I'm just stretching, folks. Sorry, I have to stretch. Wow, wow. So what is that in Fahrenheit? Well, 11 Celsius. I'm getting another little row off of this. I'm going to try to take a skinny, excuse me, a skinny row. So I can fill this gap in. That's right here. Right in between here. Fill that gap in. Okay, I'm doing a little skinny piece. Just keep knocking stuff over everywhere. We are working on a Fae Fairy house. Mushroom house. Fae Fairy mushroom house. And I think it's going to be beautiful when it's done. And we're using bacon bond to attach these little stones. And I am filling in this part right here, where there is kind of a, well, it's missing stones right there, so I'm putting this in so it'll have stones. Hold on. There we go. That works, doesn't it? I'm going to have to do that all the way across because I'm going to keep having a gap there. Oh, Lord. There we go. Another stone, another brick in the wall. Oh, okay. Well, it's pretty cold here then, because inside the house is colder. We'll have a lot colder in the house than it is outside. Okay, so I'm going to pull this back some more so I can get my hand up here. You can see me cutting this. This, by the way, is a resin tool, but it works great for this. I keep these little scraps in case I have to fill little holes. Go through this again. There we go. Under there and slide it and turn it. We are making stones for the fairy faux house. And this is really simple. That's why I wanted to show everybody, because anyone can do this. It's a lot of fun. It is a little work, but it's worth it because it's going to be gorgeous when it's done. Okay, so I'm putting this one right here. And press that up so it fills that gap. Wow, just getting that lined up sometimes is a real job. Press this down here. Sort of rolling your pickup too can help fill in the gaps. And then you can re-dot it so that the living rock will have the dots in it. There we go. Making more dots. Texture dots for the Fae Fairy mushroom house. And this is supposed to be living rock, and we made it blue, even though living rock is not literally blue. It's just because this is a fairy design, and it's, you know, fantasy. I press that up right there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, darn. You know what? I almost, well, I can cut them out. I almost forgot. We got to have glasses, windows, and door. That's pretty cold here. Trust me. Of course, it's a high because it's been in the 30s we'll had here for quite a while. And that could have been part of the reason why I got sick. Okay, now I'm going to get put some more bacon bond on the back of these next row of bricks. Just doing a little teeny kind of dot and then pulling across because it's quite a bit. So you have to make sure you have enough bacon bond on it so it holds. Okay, I'm going to turn it here. I'll come back to those other gaps. There we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to get in the way while I was trying to show you guys. I'm so sorry. There we go. I'm going to push this one back a little bit. And if I have to, I'll fill the gap there. I'm just making sure it fits. And that kind of goes in a good line. There we go. Just shaping that, sorry. Sometimes it's hard to show you when I'm doing certain things. My hands get in the way. Well, they're going to be there in just a minute, Woolhat. I'm trying to get through these bricks, and then I'm going to, well, actually, you know, the door could be right here. I can actually cut that off and cut here like this. We're still going to have stones because I don't want it to have a really big door. And that's what I'll end up getting if I do this wrong. So hang on. Hang on, Snoopy, hang on. So the doors and the windows are going to be on the side and the front. I'm just laying all the brick. I'm actually going to cut out the brick for the doors and that once I'm done. I'm jumping ahead if I try to make the door right now. Okay, so wow. Just a second, I want to make some noise with the pasta machine. Turn down your headphones, folks. I need to flatten it. There we go. That made it nice and flat. Can I make so you guys can see? So I'm cutting this here. I may need to use that piece to fill in. I don't know. Cut here. No, I'm going to cut this end off here because it's too round. Excuse me. Same thing for this, too round. Get those pieces off. And I'm going to do some more stippling to these. And I'll do the lines across so they look like more like a brick. Seafoam Livingstone brick. And this is a fairy mushroom house. There we go. We're going to take and do, I'm going to use this instead. Use this to make the stones. That's weird. Let me try this. Because I just need an impression for that. There we go. Just like that. I'm going to use the tissue blade to lift this clay up. Okay, I was really hoping, folks, that I had enough clay there for this, and I don't. I'm going to have to redo some more clay. Okay. take this. There's a method to my madness why that one was really skinny, kind of pointy. And we're going to take the tool here and push it up. Try to stop all these gaps that I'm having. There we go. I have to fill that in too. All right, we're getting there. So I really wanted to cover the whole thing before I made the house with the door and the windows. The door is probably just going to sit on there. The windows will be the only thing that you will be able to see through and see in. The door will be outside, on the outside of the clay created. Okay, now we're going to get this piece here. Just lay it right there because we already put the bacon bond on it. It's so cool. It's awesome. It's fun. You guys are really going to like it when it's done, I promise. And hopefully it inspires you with some ideas also. Okay. Sorry it keeps blurring up, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do about that. Boss Kitty is really in a mood tonight. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you for liking my live. Trying to see. Can somebody tell me what time it is here on Eastern Standard Time? I know I came in about 9 minutes early to the live from 8:30. I have nowhere to look, and I can't yell at my Alexa because she's in the living room and she won't hear me. So I'm going to do some clay patchwork here. And I'm actually going to have to make another thing of clay to get this through that last part. So you guys might have to suffer with the pasta machine. I'm going to hit it once just to get this. There we go. Hopefully. Give me just 1 second. Boss Kitty is into something she shouldn't be, and I know it because I can hear it. I'll be right back, folks. One moment. I'll be right back. Don't leave. I'll be right back. Oh, okay. Give me just a second, folks. I'll be right back. Sorry. Also, I can get up a minute. Alexa. Alexa. I think her battery went dead. Yeah, I think her battery went dead. I'll be right back, folks. Thank you for your patience. I will be right back, folks. Thank you for your patience. I'll be right back. Thank you. All right, Star. Thank you for your patience, folks. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. minute and I'll be there. Makes me a little slow with having my disability for moving around, so I apologize. Thank you so much. Give me one moment. I found out what Boss Kitty was doing. She was trying to tear open some of the Amazon boxes from my food order. Oh, thank you so much, Will Hat. I really appreciate it. Folks, don't forget to thumb up the live and share and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I also had to go get some medicine so my shoulders wouldn't hurt so bad because we got to make some clay, guys. And I've got to do some more clay to do that. Hey, folks, welcome in. If you haven't liked the live already, please do. And please make sure you subscribe. All right. We're working on these stones, folks. One of the bigger journeys. And we are going to make a door, but it's not going to be, I was going to cut the clay out, but it's not going to be. I'm going to actually make the door and attach it to the brick and stone. We're just doing these little pokies. I'm trying to use every piece of clay I got because I've got to make some more so we can finish this up. It won't take that long. I don't think the last part, we're almost on it, which is awesome, which means we can go on and start working on something else. Just kind of squishing these out. I want them a little thinner than that. There we go. Straighten up the ends. I want to make it look as much as possible like a brick, not a dog bone. Welcome in, folks. I am Lydia. I am the mixed media artist. I do everything from clay to metal, smithing, and we're just having some fun and creating a fantasy Fae house, mushroom house, fairy mushroom house. All right, and I'm going to turn this over. Wait a minute. I want to make these lines here so that it looks like it's a brick. There we go. Then we're going to turn the clay over. And we're going to put some more bacon bond on there. I'm going to try to fit that piece where you see that gap at, if you wonder what I'm doing. That's what it is. Okay, so looks like I don't want to cut any off yet because we're going to shape it on the glass. So we're using a little bacon bond here. There we go. And we're going to put it right in here. I'm going to kind of squish that stone back a little. There we go. I'm going to push it down here on the top. I am sorry if it's blurring up. I don't know why it's doing that, folks. I really don't. As soon as I figure it out, I will correct it. It's because I'm not used to this new phone yet. So it responds in different ways. And that's one of the ways. So I keep trying to pull my hand back so you guys can see. Okay, so we have a couple of gaps right here that need to be filled. Thank you, everybody, for being here and for supporting me tonight. I really appreciate it. So I'm rolling a little snaky thing here because we're going to put it in there. And then a couple of, yeah, right there along this, there's a gap on both sides. So I'm going to kind of get this a thin little rope or snake, whatever you prefer to call it, to try to fill in there. And let's see here. Right there. And right there. There we go. And that should stay on there even baking, folks. So it really doesn't have to have the bacon bond on it. But I'll also make the little dots on that. And I'll make a little line there. So it'll look like it's little stones fitting in between. Kind of pull it up so you can see. It's almost invisible because I put those dots in there. Not do that here. This needs dots. Or texture or stipple, however you like to call it. All right. Right on. Yay. So, Wilhat, is that my time? I'm guessing it is because I asked if anybody knew what time it was for me. Hey, folks, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thumb up. And thank everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. Okay, unfortunately, I'm going to have to make some more stone. So what I am going to do, because I think we've been in here about 2 hours, even just getting this part done and filled in. This is going to be the end of part 2. Okay. Yeah, you guys have been so faithful. Look here, Wilhat, Mick the Mechanic, Lisa, if you're still around, Raccoon, Mental Raccoon Glass. I just wanted to say thank you for being here. I am going to do the part 3 of this tomorrow night. Yes, this is part 2 of the Fae Fairy house, and we will be doing more tomorrow night. And I'm going to try to get these stones later as soon as I feel a little better to do some more stones. And I'll see you tonight too, Wilhat. And if you're up and live, I will come see you too. Mental Raccoon. So anyway, thank you, everybody. You're so awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. This is part 2, and this is a series of this doing the Fairy Fae house. It's going to be awesome when it's done, folks. I promise you. And we're going to start on part 3 tomorrow night. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody who's hung out and stuck here with me. If you just came in the room, don't forget to like the live and subscribe. I promise you there's some awesome stuff coming. I'm going to be trying to do a collaboration with Mental Raccoon Glass with some of his beads and all that. Yeah, it sounds great. And don't forget, everybody can go see Wilhat too. So he's over there. He comes on about 2:30 a.m. on American time, depending on where you are. All right, so thank you, everybody. God bless you. I am so happy you were all here. Thank you, Wilhat. Thank you, Mental Raccoon Glass. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Mick the Mechanic. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow night we'll work on getting that mushroom started on the top, and we're going to work on the floor, which is going to be the yard. We're going to make it out of balsa wood because I normally just burn these, but we're going to use that for that. So anyway, I thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful night. This is part 2 of the part 4 series, and we will be working again tomorrow night to finish this up and start adding the mushrooms and all that. So I really appreciate everyone being here. Please remember to like and thumb up the live and subscribe, and come back tomorrow night. I'll be here between 7:45 and 8 p.m. I'll let you know the exact time. I'll post it in my community tab. If you go there and read it, I'm Organic Silver Moon Designs, a jewelry and a canvas artist, and a mixed media artist. Make no mistake. Other things are coming, folks. Thank you so much, and night, Wilhat, and night, everybody. Thank you. God bless you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share the live. Bye for now. Peace and love.